Every chance I get, I'm in the playbook. Probably spending like 2 hours a day, after meetings, in the playbook. I just know I don't want to feel like I used to feel after the games last year. I can't let the team down like that and play like that again.
How did you feel after the games last year?
I didn't play up to my standard, my individual standard, and in return I let the team down, So in order to hold up my end of the bargain, I have to be better this year.
How do you go about doing that? How do you about
studying the playbook, playing fast, and watching extra film and stuff like that.
Was there a game last year you felt like you really performed well? Were you happy with any of your games?
It got better towards the end of the season. I got the chance to learn from Natumbu last year. He sat me down and explained the playbook to me, and it got better towards the end.
What was your worst game?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Okay.
Is there any play in particular that you sometimes look back on and say, "Oh, I should have done this"?
Just a couple open field tackles. One particular, the Louisville game when I gave up the touchdown. That's still ingrained in my brain. I have to get those type of plays on the ground.
Well, that's a feeling other players on this team have too.
Yeah, I know we don't want to feel like we did last year, so that's why we're working so hard. Not to keep going back to last year, but we just know we don't want to feel like that.
What's your role in special teams?
Play everything.
Everything?
Yeah, every special team.
So just anything that he asks you, you'll do?
Yeah, holder, punting, punt return, kickoff, kick return, all that.
What do you want to play in the NFL?
Just want to make it to the NFL. I don't care what I play.
Lots of positions to choose from.
Yeah, as long as I make it. I don't care. I'll be the water boy. I don't care.
Coach talked to us about depth, how he just sees depth on this team. Have you noticed that as a player out there?
Yeah, it's depth everywhere, every position, especially at safety. Like I said earlier, we have 5 safeties that could go in the game at any time and hold their own. But at receiver, is a lot of depth. Linebackers, a lot of depth. And the D-line, there's more depth than there's ever been since I've been here. So it's great right now.
Alice, what have you seen from that D-line and just kind of how they've come together?
First thing is Coach Melvin. He brought a different element to the entire defense, not just the D-line. It's crazy the way they're getting off the ball and trying to make plays now and worked on their pass rushing and skills. He's just brought a different element to our defense.
How does it extend to the rest of you guys? Because you would think obviously it's going to connect with him, but how is it rubbed off on the rest of you? Coach Melvin's
he's a pro. He literally could probably teach every position on the defense. He tell us we have to be a pro. He tell us give us little tips at each position. Like he gave me a tip at safety. I won't tell what the tip was, but he gave me a tip at safety. It's just like he coaches he helps out wherever he can.
What's it gonna come down to for you? What do you have to do to win this?
Just continue to work hard. Do what I have to do. Study, stay in my playbook.
Anything in particular, with your technique or anything like that you feel you can clean up at this point?
I just have to continue to work hard, and continue to work on my footwork and, everything. Everything that we do, just follow Coach Kehoe's lead, and that's basically it.
Like Tyree, young guy who's been getting reps, tackle spots. What have you seen out of him?
He's doing a lot of good things. He also rotating at left tackle too, so he's doing a lot of good things.
And what about Sonny at right? How's he coming along?
Sonny's coming along good. He's doing a good job.
Do you think he can play left tackle?
Yeah, I feel he could play left tackle too.
What's kind of been your thoughts on just the tight end group? I mean, there's just so much depth, so much competition. How would you assess that group right now?
I think we're playing our best ball all together. All of us do different things. We're different tight ends, and I think our group is real talented right now.
How do you feel you guys complement each other?
I think we complement each other like real good because, we got one that's fast, one that can jump high, one physical. So when one off the field, it's a different strength. So it's just different.
Who's fast? Who's physical? If you could break it down.
Well, I'm known as the physical tight end. Chris is fast, and the Joker jump high.
What's your own bringing to the table at this point?
Oh, he bring it to the table. Same thing I do. Big, fast, and can block real good.
Young, still kind of feel his way. One of the things that James Coley was talking about is how much different this 2015 offense is versus last year. So you guys can do a whole bunch of different stuff, from the tight end group to the receivers to Malik, jumping in there. I guess in your words, how much different is it this year than last year?
I think the difference is the depth. that we have, you know, especially at running back and tight end, you know, the depth at running back is crazy. You know, a running back of being the third string, fourth string, you know, anybody going there and make a big play. So the depth, I think.
You feel like you'd be able to catch other teams off guard more this year than last year? Even though like last year you had Phil and Clyde and Duke, but different this year?
Yeah, I feel like you know, different teams they're gonna have to see everybody. You know, not just our key players. Just like, you know, it was Clive and Duke and those set. You know, it's gonna be all the tight ends, all the running backs, and all the receivers. We all gonna contribute this year.
What was the story with your recruitment? You know, like who was looking at you, and then how did Miami get in the mix, that sort of thing?
That's a big thing. You know, I wasn't a big star recruit coming out of high school. You know, it was mostly, you know, because a lot of disciplinary actions, not much disciplinary, but just like for academics. You know, I kind of slacked off my sophomore year, and I just thought, you know, it wasn't a thing for me. But as I talked to my counselors in high school and all, they helped me out. And they set schedules for me, and I just maintained that, and everything went well. And my coach started sending my film out to colleges, and Miami was one of the first ones to respond. And as I took my official out to Miami, everything was great. It's just a dream. And then I just had to sign right there and then. And then as soon as I got home, like my coach told me that all the other schools started calling. Oregon, we had UNLV, we had Arizona State. You know, so all these schools started coming after. But you know, I wouldn't really matter about those schools because I'm going to the U. It's a perfect school.
How important is the scrimmage to you guys? It's kind of the key scrimmage, I'd say, right, before camp?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every day is key. You know, we want to just work hard every day in practice and just keep playing. You know, every day is a new day to get better.
But what about the scrimmage in particular? What are you guys looking to do? How hungry is everybody for this?
Oh, everybody's hungry. You know, it's the last real game experience before our first game. So we just want to go out there, execute, and just get ready for the season.
Any wide receivers in particular giving you trouble at this point?
Let me see. They're all getting better every day. They all bring different styles to the game. You know, some speed. You know, got bigger receivers. So, you know, it's just they all give you a different look.
Who's the most difficult?
I really couldn't tell. You know, like I said, they all bring different things. So it depends. Like if you cover the slide in the outside, the red zone. So.
Anything in particular you picked up different this year? You know, about your technique or anything like that from Coach Williams?
I mean, just the basics. You know, cleaning up my press technique, my man technique, and just knowing the defense more. You know, that helps a lot. You know, I know the defense more. I feel comfortable out there by myself in man, zone, whatever. So this, you know, the experience makes me feel a lot better.
Did he come at you with any different ideas? Did they kind of introduce something different to you this year, Coach?
I mean, yeah, just cleaning up my technique. You know, learning corner. You know, you have some technique flaws in your game. So he's helped me out a lot. I think my technique has gotten a lot better. And see how it goes.
Are you returning kicks?
I mean, I'm returning some kicks in practice, so we'll see how that goes.
Do you feel like you're kind of like an option there, but maybe not like the starter or anything?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
How do you say Sheldon Redwine's coming along?
Oh, he's coming along well. You know, he's out there making plays. It's natural.
Jamal, you had a great spring game, if I recall. I think you had a couple picks. How's it been going out? Golden said you were in a really good fall camp. Can you talk about
Yeah, I'm just trying to come out and compete every day, just be the best I can be. You know, hold that high standard, and my teammates hold that same standard to me.
How is this year different from last year for you?
I mean, I feel more comfortable with my teammates. They all of us push each other. If I come out having a bad day, they'll push me, you know, to have a better practice. And we always keep each other, you know, hold each other to that high standard.
Would you say safety is kind of one of the premier positions on this team right now?
Yes, ma'am. It's competition every day. I mean, you got to compete every day, and all of us pushing each other, you know, making each other better.
How's Dion looking?
Looking good.
Yeah. How about Rayshawn?
Jenkins?
Yeah.
He's looking good. He caught an interception today on backed up period. No goal line period, matter of fact.
How much does this scrimmage mean to you on Saturday?
I mean, it's game week. We treat it like game week. So we're going in there, you know, with a focus, very focused. Everybody going in there, you know, to be the best, trying to compete and have a good scrimmage.
Jamal, I know Jaquan kind of missed the first few days of camp. How has he kind of fit in the last few days since he's been healthy?
Jaquan been great. I mean, I told him already he's going to be like the next Ed Reed. I told him that already.
And why do you think he's going to be the next Ed Reed?
I mean, his instincts, the way he play, you know, the way he break on the ball, everything.
So he'll be in the rotation this year, you think?
Definitely.
He reminds me of Dion, if I could put that out there. A freshman Dion.
Coach Golden referred to you as a bulldog a minute ago in his interview. What do you think that means? I mean, how do you think you're out there with that bulldog mentality?
I don't know. Whatever the coach said, I mean, that's what it is.
Jamal, how different does this week feel, considering that, you know, they're trying to make it feel like a game week?
Yeah.
Saturday's the scrimmage, everything is the same. How much more intense is it out there right now?
I mean, it's intense every week. It's been intense the whole camp, so can't really look at it different. But, I mean, I understand what they're saying. Like, the focus level, it got to go up. But, yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's been intense the whole camp.